I remember I was on a call with two of my mentors and I was like, why me? Like just having a full-on existential tantrum. Like, why can't it be easy? Why can't I just have the relationship and move about my life like everybody else is? And one of the women that I was talking to was two mentors. One was in her early 40s and the other one was in her 60s. And so, they've walked through their own fires. They've been through some personal initiations. So they're just like holding a beautiful space for my inner maiden temper tantrum experience. And eventually at the end of it, they looked at me and they're like, Kai, it's because you're not here for normal. And there was a part of me that was relieved to hear that. And then there was another part of me that was like, but I just want normal. I just want it to be easy. But here's what I will say, and that is the more I'm devoted to truth, and whatever that capital T truth is for me at any moment, and where my soul is guiding me, the easier it has become to just continue to live in that way, to live in integrity where my internal world matches my external world, where I feel coherent. I don't feel internally split or ambivalent. It's like I'm so committed, and I know you are as well, to living in alignment, that after you go through all of the hurdles to even find what that is for yourself, life seems to move with more ease. That doesn't mean there isn't challenges, but it just means I know I'm unconditionally okay no matter what. I know that I have the resources, the skills, the internal foundation of trust and competency to be okay no matter what I'm met with. And that's priceless.
That is. I think our journeys relationally and in life are inviting us to figure out how to feel that way. How to feel a sense of self-trust, knowing that in the impossible moments, the impossible choices, the things that we're being called towards that we don't want to be called towards, or the answers that we ask for and then we get them and we're like, not that one. I didn't want that as the answer. And even if we act upon something, let's say we're being asked to leave a relationship, that's still not even if you make the choice and then you decide that you actually miss that person and want to work it out, it wasn't the wrong choice. It was actually the necessary choice to get to the awareness of where you can choose something fully.
Yeah.
And that seems like a roundabout way to get there, because you're kind of like, well, why don't you just choose it the first time? I don't know. I think so much of our journey, especially initially, to get to a place that you're talking about, where you're committed to living in a place of alignment with what is true for you, that we have to actually get to the place where we are living in that. And most of us are not in the place where we're living in our capital T truth, or liberated from patterns or expectations of who we're meant to be. And, I think that's what brings most people to this podcast. That's what brings most people to anyone's work about trying to understand relationships and life and creation. It's like, how do I get permission? How do I get permission? Which I don't give people permission. But I think when we get to, and if you want it, here it is. But it's like, if we get to where we observe someone else living in this idealized thought, I guess, of being in alignment, or zero fucks, we might see it from the outside, but there's plenty of fucks in the alignment zone, is that we're like, it is possible.